I wanted to go over all of the armor and where to get it. You start off with like a tattered shirt and tattered pants from the Shrine of Resurrection. I don't have that anymore. And then Champion's Tunic, you get this from Impa in Kakariko Village when you complete the first memory. And then you get a lot of things from stores. So Hylian Hood you get from the store in Kakariko Village. Hylian Tunic from Kakariko Village. Trousers you get from Kakariko Village. You also get this armor set from Kakariko Village. This, oh wait, no. You get, what's the other set you get in Kakariko? You get the stealth tights, the stealth chest armor, and the stealth mask from Kakariko Village. The Hateno Village is where you get another set. You get the soldier's helm, soldier's greaves, and soldier's armor from Hateno. There are a few different villages you can get warm doublet from, one of them being Hateno Village. Ruby Circlet you can get from the accessory shop in Gerudo Town. The Snow Quill armor that is cold resistance. You can see that really does increase your snow and cold resistance. And then if you have the full set, you're unfreezable. This is from the Rito Village. And then Sapphire Circlet, this is from the accessory shop in Gerudo Town. That's heat resistance. Desert Bow Headband, you can get this in two different places, the full set. This is from either Tally Town, which is one of the side quests. You can build your own town, and then fairly early on in the side quest, you get the ability to buy armor from the town. You can get it from there, or you can get it from the Gerudo secret shop. It's a pretty cool one. It's like the boy or the Vo version of the Gerudo. And then this is the Gerudo veil. This is the female version of the Gerudo outfit. You get this as part of the Gerudo mission to get into the village. You buy it from a gentleman that's above the oasis, and he's above the oasis not in the middle of the day but in the morning and the evening. And if you ever sell it, you can get back from him, or you can buy another set from Gerudo Town once you gain access to it. Topaz earrings, you can get these from the accessory shop in Gerudo Town. So these three, if you have them all, you have complete shock resistance, which can be really good for some shrines. Two of these pieces, the armor and the tights, can be found in 2 shrines. And then the helmet is from a kind of optional side quest in Farron Woods. It's in one of the stables. I think it's like Farron Stable or something like that, or Southern Stable. The Flamebreaker helm, armor, and boots, you can get 2 different ways. You can do them through a quest that's inside of Death Mountain. Near the mine, you can trade fireproof lizards for a piece of this equipment, but I find it's a lot cheaper and easier to just buy it from the shop in Gerudo. Not Gerudo, Goron City? Goron Town? The Goron City that's in Death Mountain. The Zora equipment is actually scattered all over the place. So, as part of the main story, you get the Zora armor, and it allows you to swim up waterfalls. The Zora Greaves you get as a reward for a side quest to take a picture of a Lynel. It doesn't actually have to be the Lynel that's up on the mountain by Zora Domain. And then once you show that picture to the Zora, you get the Zora Greaves. And then the helmet is buried in a treasure chest north of Zora's Domain in the ruins. So you swim up the waterfall. There's like a watery... there's a watery pond, lake that you can get the treasure chest out of, and that's where the helm is. The stealth mask, this is from Kakariko Village. It's one of the best ones in the game, just for general exploration, because you can get insects without them running away, you can get fairies without them running away, and at night you're faster, and just absolutely great set to use. The Sheik mask, this is from an amiibo. It's from it's reference to Ocarina of Time. Zelda had a disguise, and she had kind of this look. She had the chic body and greaves, and then she had this kind of headdress on. So cool. So the climber's bandana, once you have all of this, you climbing, jump, stamina up, and you're also, I think it's even faster, climb speed up, which is just so fun if you're needing to do climb or the gut challenge. You can get these from 3 different shrines, and well worth an investment. The Barbarian armor set does increase your attack up, and then you get these. There are 3 different mazes inside of Hyrule. There's one in Gerudo location around the desert. There's another one in the far northeast part of the map that's past like the water barrier. You have to fly to it. And then the third one is up in very north part of the map, in the snowy mountain plains area. The Fierce Deity mask, I don't have the greaves here, but the armor are from an amiibo. The Radiant mask, which glows at night, this is from the Gerudo secret shop. Pretty cool. Skin tight. I like those boots. I like the laces on those boots. That's nice. Diamond Circlet, you can get one of 2 different ways. One of the ways is in below the maze in the northeast part of the map. After you do the shrine, you can drop into a hole, and that's where you get the travel medallion, and there's also a diamond circlet there. The ancient greaves, cuirass, and helm, which give you an ancient proficiency and guardian resist up, so it's both attack increase for ancient weapons and defense increase for guardian attacks. You can get these from the Akkala lab. You go to the Akkala lab, you bring the blue flame up to it, and then once the blue flame has been restored, there's this little like vending machine where you bring the required materials to create this armor. The one thing to keep in mind about this armor is, in order to get it purchased and to full strength, you're going to need a lot of ancient materials. Ancient small cores, ancient large cores, lots of screws, shafts, gears, and I think you might even need some star fragments in order to get that full 4-star. But I think this is the most defensive and survivability weapon or armor in the game. So if you're having trouble dying, with especially, Ganon Blight bosses, this is definitely something worth an investment. You can see that's one of the only sets I have fully upgraded, just so that when my younger son plays, I have him equip this when he's fighting, so he can just like get hit and hit, and it doesn't matter. So then the sand boots and the snow boots. These make you faster in both sand and snow. It's really nice not to have to slow down in those situations. So there is a man walking around the outside of Gerudo Town, and if you approach that man wearing the Gerudo Vi armor, the girl armor, then he'll just give you the snow boots, and then you do a quest, and he'll trade out the snow boots for the sand boots, and you can take the sand boots with you. And then you can do another quest, and that quest will change this. He'll not only, you can keep the sand boots, but he'll give you the snow boots in return as well. So that's how you can get both of them. The Bokoblin mask. Oh, I love that mask. That is just so cool. Love these masks. They are so fun. This is from the Fang and Bone shop. There is this guy that has this little hot air balloon, and you can do a side quest or you can just find him, but he's in that skull part of the map. If you show up at night, then he'll be there and you have to talk to him, and he's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna open my shop. And then after that, he's in like 6 different places around the map at night, once around each of the villages. So like Kakariko Village at night, Hateno Village at night. He has a location in each one of those. And that's where you can buy both the Bokoblin mask, which is incredible, the Moblin mask. Love that tongue. And the buttons with the X eyes, that's so good. And the Lizalfos mask, which I just, again, the tongue. So good. And you can also buy the Lionel mask from them too. The Lionel mask, so these masks can actually fool the different types of monsters, but not forever. And if you attack them, then they fight you. But the Lionel mask doesn't fool them for very long. Still pretty cool. The dark hood, dark tunic, and dark trousers give you the night speed up. And it also is fun to see villagers react to because they're so freaked out by this, and they should be. But this is an allusion to... There are a few different dark links in the Zelda series, but the one I'm thinking of right now is Ocarina of Time. There is a kind of mid-dungeon boss. Which level is it that you have to fight? You use the Megaton Hammer. I want to say it's the fire dungeon, where there's this door that you go into, and it's like, maybe it's not the fire dungeon. Maybe not. It might be the water one. Could be the water or the fire. Those are my two guesses. This is from the Fang and Bone Shop. So you trade monster parts in, you get Mon, and then you can buy them. So then we have lots of amiibo ones. So we have the Cap of Time. This is the full Ocarina of Time outfit, reminiscent of the Ocarina of Time, specifically that over-the-shoulder leather, and the boots and the gloves are very Ocarina of Time. Very cool. They do a pretty good job. Did they change the earrings based on that too, or does he always have the same earrings? That's not a very good use of them. Looks like his earrings are always there. Then we have the Wind Garment, and this is Wind Waker. You can see a cute little belt buckle there. Wind Waker, the art style is much different, but you can see the big swoop of the hair versus the other art styles. It's kind of interesting to see the cartoon artwork applied. Much different of a cut as far as the tunic style. I think that's just the translation from the cartoon artwork into this art style. Then we have the Twilight equipment. A little bit more worn down, gritty, darker green, more of a forest warrior. The hair is a little bit messier. And we have more browns. It looks like you may even have like a chainmail layer underneath, which is pretty cool. Much more of a knight. And he has a nice, there's a vambrace on one arm. The boots are much more simple with ties on them. That's a good armor set. That is a really cool armor set. I like all the greens and the teal even. Looks like his teal there. Yeah, that's gonna be one of my favorites. Cap of the Sky. So this is Skyward Sword. Yeah, okay. I mean, Skyward Sword was not a perfect game. It had some cool moments. But fairly simple outfit. Then we have Cap of the Hero. So this is supposed to be the original Zelda outfit. Yeah, this is like the original, I believe. So it's supposed to be like Zelda 1 and maybe even Zelda 2. You can see it has almost an orange undershirt and no pants and boots. I'm getting reminiscence of the Zelda show too. Excuse me, princess. And then this Cap of the Wild, this is actually Breath of the Wild's version of the Link outfit. You get this by completing all 120 shrines. After you do that, you go to the Ancient Temple, and it's a gift of 3 different treasure chests. So it looks like he has some sort of like shorts, or like compression shorts going on. And then like 3/4 sleeves. Just regular boots. I don't know. I'm partial to the Legend of Zelda, the Ocarina of Time one. Korok Mask. This is a DLC item that tells you when a Korok is near. When your Korok is near, it starts to shake and it makes a noise, which is very convenient. And then you can look around for your Koroks. You find this in the Lost Woods. Majora's Mask. This is another DLC. This is in one of the ruins in Hyrule Field. And this is, I think, the best armor to make enemies think you're on their side. It's kind of a hypnotizing mask. Really convenient for if you don't want to fight any monsters. Tingle's hood, Tingle's shirt, Tingle tights. This is in reference to Tingle, the character. I don't think he makes an appearance in this game, but he's in the Zelda franchise. He thinks he's a reborn fairy. And who's to say any different, right? He's a pretty crazy character. He always says really weird things. Midna's helmet. This is from Twilight Princess. This is a DLC. It's part of Hyrule Field, I believe. The Phantom Armor Greaves helmet. This one's awesome. This is a monster. Love that glowing on the back. This is throughout Hyrule Field, and then there's one piece in the Colosseum. It's a DLC. It's pretty cool. We have some other DLC things. The Ravio's hood. Pretty cool. Wearing it increases your sideways climbing speed. That's a very unique addition there. Xanth's helm by itself this is from Twilight Princess. It was the main antagonist that was possessed by Ganon, and then you defeated him, and he ended up being like this big wimp, and then you had to fight Ganon, who was the real guy. The helmet was way more intimidating than the creature underneath the helmet, but pretty cool helmet though. I love the symbols on the back. It's like a magical helmet or something. Yeah, that was a DLC. You find it in Hyrule Field. The Royal Cap, Guard, and Boots. These are found in Hyrule Castle in different locations. I love the white. The white is just popping. Yeah, definitely cool. I love the gold edging too. I think overall this is probably one of the sharpest and most vibrant pieces. The belts on the boots, I'm not sure if I love that. But the rest of it is just awesome. The hat, I mean, I like the variety. I'm glad it's there. So this is the Phantom Ganon set. And you have Disguise, which means enemies think that you're one of them, and Bone Attack up. So if you have a bone weapon, you get more attack out of it, which is really fun. Very unique bonuses. This is one of the bosses from Ocarina of Time. The Forest Temple, you fight this creature, which is pretty cool. He has crazy long horns on the front, which are just cool. He's almost like a skeleton creature. Love those boots too. He has great color combos, the light and the dark combined, and then he has the gold cape with almost like a maroon color, background. Super cool one. There are 4 different masks here. I only have 3 of them. These are from amiibos. You have to defeat the divine beast first, and then use the amiibo that relates to that beast. So this one you would use Mipha as the amiibo, and then you could have a chance to get the Vah Ruta Divine Helm. There are a few pieces of equipment in the game that let you see the health of the monsters, and these are one of them. So this one does your swim speed up. This Vah Meadow one does cold resistance. I love the look of this one. This one's cool too. They're like mini versions of the Divine Beasts. This one's Vah Navarus, the camel, I think. Oh, look at that on the back. I didn't see that. That's super cool. That is a cool addition right there. I don't walk around with those ones on much. This is a DLC for Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and I think it's supposed to be one of the characters in Xenoblade. I think it's kind of funny looking. It's definitely not the normal Zelda look. But he has like a diving helmet on, some sort of pouch in the back, big chaps, I think those are called, on both sides. And then he has 3 belts and the tiniest little doll zipper vest. So funny. Just such a crazy combo. Yeah, and those are the main armors and the armors that I came across during my playthrough of Breath of the Wild. Hopefully, you found some armor that you were looking for, and maybe now you know how to get some of it if you're looking for how to get it for your own playthrough. Thank you.